Hey everyone, so today we continue to do some cleanup in the kitchen garden. We took out some tomatoes and cucumbers and we replanted some tomatoes for a fall harvest. Now, on the last video we did all that, so today we're going around and we're cleaning up some of the other stuff. We have some melons that we grew out that we just want to, we did some harvesting, but we just want to clean up this stuff already and kind of go with a different route with the kitchen garden, kind of not redesign it, but replant some of the things that we want to plant for next spring and then for fall as well, because some of the stuff that definitely worked out was, I guess you could say, not visually appealing. So we want to kind of change that around a little bit. And we got a lot of comments about, you know, how fast it's grown and how much we've done in just one season. And we definitely appreciate all those comments. And we love that we were able to do all this growing and stuff like that. But I think there was just, we kind of got in over our heads as far as all the stuff that we planted and wanted to enjoy. So we want to take a step back and kind of reevaluate what we're growing and what we're doing in the kitchen garden. But so right now we're, like I said, kids are out here, they're helping. We're tearing out some of the old melons and things like that, clearing up the space a little bit so we have, you know, a clear slate of what we want to do back here. But that's all we're doing, just clean this area out.
Oh, what the heck?
Got some dill that didn't even produce.
Yeah.
It smells good though.
Ooh. Whoa, wait. Let me see anything. I can see it. I ain't killed.
All right, so while the kids are doing that, I hate to do this because it probably needs another week of ripening, but I want to clear out some of the stuff in here. Here's another sugar baby watermelon. It's a matted color. Has a little bit of give, so it might be ripe. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll find out once we open it. Kind of hate to just take these out because they're still producing. I have one huge one that's definitely producing. That one I'm not going to take out. We're just getting rid of the stuff that, you know, has already been giving us some melons and some fruit, and we're pretty, you know, we're pretty happy with that. But that big one, we definitely want to taste it. It's a black diamond watermelon. We thought it was a sugar baby or a smaller size watermelon. Ended up being a huge watermelon that we planted. We bought that one from the store, and we, you know, it kind of ended up being a bigger watermelon, not a small one. So we're gonna let that one sit there, and that way we can harvest it later. Okay. All right, and over here, just putting out some zucchini that we planted that produced more foliage than zucchini. There's one down here, but it's not really that big. All right, so we ran out of room in the kitchen garden. We didn't have much planted here, but Angelina just wanted to grow some variety of things, and one thing she wanted to grow was zucchini, which surprised us because she doesn't like vegetables all that much, such as zucchini like this or squash. But she wanted to grow it, so we only got one of these. It was limited space, it didn't produce much, but she was just excited to get in there, so we let her put it in there. And you know, it was just exciting to want her to grow something. So we're glad that we did it. We might find another spot later to grow some more zucchini, but we're happy that she went and put this in here because it was something that involved her in the kitchen garden. It directly involved her, even though she does other things. This was something she was very proud of, and it had some beautiful foliage. Even though it didn't produce, she loved coming out here looking at it, so it's a great thing for her. But you know, one zucchini is better than none. And so that's the rest of the zucchini. We also had some sunflower. These were dwarf varieties that she planted in there, which we enjoyed very much. And there's some jalapenos in here that I don't think I'm going to take out. They've hardened off, but they're still producing lots of jalapenos, something we've been harvesting from for some time, and we continue to harvest from. So that's a plant that's going to stay there because, you know, we eat jalapenos almost at least twice or 3 times a week, and it's giving plenty to suffice that. So we're going to leave that in there. This rose right here, this is Strawberry Hill. We had it here on the side. I might move it up to there just so it continues to crawl. We may put it in the ground. We just got to see how solid the ground is here, how deep we can actually go so we can get this rose to climb up here. It absolutely loved the spot here. It's been blooming quite often. So it's exciting to be able to put this here. So these are all the blooms that just finished. We have more coming. So it's exciting to think about putting this in the ground or just moving it up here. I know we both want to put it in the ground because I think it'll do a lot better, but we need to see again how solid this ground is. Okay, so that's gonna pretty much do it for this part of the garden. We just wanted to tear some things out, get it ready, kind of envision what we want to do for fall and then for next spring. Just have a new slate. Like I said, we went in head first because it's been a while since we've been able to do any kind of vegetable gardening or kitchen gardening. So I went in over my head and planted a bunch of stuff that I knew we were going to use. But in the end, it was just a little bit overwhelming as far as the growth, especially with the fertilizers that we're giving it and then the water that we're giving it. They just completely outgrew everything. So we want to tone it down a little bit. But next thing I want to do is I got a pretty cool product that was sent to us. So I want to take you over and show you that, and then we'll close the video out there. Okay, so my phone says 90 degrees. Alexa inside says it's 90 degrees, but is it really 90 degrees in our garden here? Feels a little bit hotter, feels a lot more humid. And those are all things I would like to know, the humidity, the actual temperature here in our garden. Same Logic sent us a weather station, which I'm pretty excited about because I've always wanted a weather station. Never bought one. We had a fairly small yard in Virginia and then North Carolina. Not as big to set away from the house where it's blocking the wind and things like that. So this is perfect for this yard here because it's big enough to be able to set it in a spot where I know nothing's going to disturb it and I'll get pretty accurate readings. So if any of you guys have a weather station, definitely let me know in the comments below what you think, how it does for you, because I've got some questions of my own. Never had one before, never used one before. Just let me know what you guys think, you know, what the benefits are, what the cons are. But we're going to go ahead and set this one up. This one was, again, sent to us by Same Logic. I'll put it in the description below. Just open it up real quick. So you've got a cool little panel here that goes, it can either stand on a table, shelf, or you can mount it to a wall. But it's a pretty cool little panel here that gives you all the readings, and we'll get into that once we set that up. We have the actual weather station right here. We have some mounting brackets as well. I think I'm going to mount this on the fence somewhere. Like I said, in a pretty open area so we get pretty accurate readings. That's pretty much all that comes in the box here. All right, then it has a quick setup instructions here. Tells you what to do. So the first thing is putting some batteries in here. Gotta open this up first. So anytime I do products, I'm almost always never prepared, but we're gonna overcompensate. Instead of using a screwdriver, I'm gonna use the drill to do this. A little bit of overkill, but you know, it gets the job done. I'm gonna need the drill anyway to mount this onto the spot where I need it to go. So opening up the panel here, I'm gonna get some batteries and insert them. All right, so I'm not a big proponent of what type of batteries are used, but when's the last time you saw EverReady? I ran out of batteries. We usually use Energizer, but I ran down real quick to Family Dollar because it's just down the street and bought some EverReady, but I haven't seen EverReady in like a while. All right, so I've inserted my batteries here. I'm just waiting for the little sensor to get going. It flashes a little bit and then it starts to flash every 16 seconds, but looks like it's ready to go. All right, so this is all fairly easy to set up. We got this here, which is the indoor sensor here. Gives you a little bit of information there. And we got the AC adapter, so this will definitely plug into it here. We'll plug that inside and get that going. Like I said, this is all fairly easy. So we got a couple screws here. Screws to mount to where we need it to go. And then we got screws here for the bracket. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the bracket on there real quick. All right, so that was super easy. Got the bracket on there. Go mount this to my fence and just read a couple things on here so you guys kind of understand what it does. Like I said, some of you already probably have one of these and know what it does and how it works. So you got an antenna right here. This little knob here is an antenna. You got the rain collector right here. It has a solar panel as well, a wind valve, wind cups. It's got a level indicator as well, and then our thermal hygrometer radiation shield right here at the bottom. A lot of fancy words that I don't know exactly what they mean, but I will figure out soon enough. All right, so just going over the display console real quick. So the display console can actually take batteries, so you can mount it on the wall so you don't have the AC adapter running on there. I did see a panel back there. I didn't know what it was for. You can remove it. I guess place some AAA batteries back there so the sensor works without having the AC adapter plugged in. So that's pretty cool. And then I'm gonna just go over the panel here. So you have indoor humidity change indication, indoor humidity high-low alarm icon, indoor temperature change indication, temperature units in Fahrenheit and Celsius, indoor temperature high-low alarm icon, outdoor humidity alarm icon, battery low voltage tells you as well. Gives you the moon phase, reception icon, outdoor temperature mode, daylight savings time, the time, weather tendency indicator. It has a date, wind direction, wind speed, units of measure, wind speed gust display, wind speed average, rainfall display, rainfall units of measure, pressure units of measure, 24-hour for clear, and indoor humidity display as well. All right, so it's gonna go right here on this post right here. It's in the middle of the yard. Basically, there's open areas this way and that way south. So we're gonna mount it like this. Like I said, the wind pane has a S right here on this side that tells you which way to point south. So we're gonna go ahead and mount it right here. All right, so now we're gonna go plug in our panel and see what kind of readings we're getting. Okay, so it's been roughly 24 hours since I set up the weather station, and I have to say that I absolutely love it. I love that I can tell the feels like temperature outside, the humidity, the indoor temperature, the wind. It's pretty awesome to be able to have that at the tip of your fingertips and be able to see all the different information you can get just from a weather station, and then have that panel inside. So I set up the panel inside. I don't have it in a permanent spot yet. I used a little, has like a picture frame stand to kind of stand it up. I think I'll permanently place it along the wall. Like I said, I don't have any AAA batteries to put in there. So once I get that, we'll put those in and we'll put it on a wall somewhere where we can easily see that every morning, you know, when we're getting ready to go outside and water the garden, whatever the case. But absolutely love the idea of having one of these. Again, being able to see the actual temperature, the actual humidity, because normally when you get your temperature from like your phone or from a device that you have inside, it's going to tell you the general area temperature, where it gets those readings at, like in a major city, normally the downtown area, something like that. Whereas we live on the outskirts of the city, so we're getting the actual temperature readings from the weather station. So it tells us what it actually feels like out here where we're at and what the humidity is like, as well as rain. We get a lot of rain on the outskirts of the city, not as much as like the center of the city. So sometimes, you know, a lot of people will say, we're not getting any rain, but we're out here on the outskirts and we're getting some rain, not a lot of rain, but we're getting some rain. So, you know, it's cool to have a weather station that tells you all that. If you have one, definitely let us know down in the comments what you think, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Again, this one's from Sane Logic. I'll put it in the description down below. They sent this to us, and we want to thank them for sending that to us because, again, it's something I've always wanted, just never actually had the space or location to actually get one. So when they reached out to it, I was like, oh, definitely, like, I would love to try this. And I know everybody's, you know, we have all our little brainiacs in the house that love these types of things, so they're able to see the panel and see what's going on outside as well. So they're definitely enjoying it as well. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. Hope you liked it. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.